All right, guys, you're welcome to our channel. This is Trader C Brown. I want to be doing some detailed trade forecast analysis that we're looking at in week 19. Last week, which was week 18, we did a lot of analysis on GBpusd, but guess what? It played out as we expected. The market eventually went up, and obviously, for those of you that took the swing trade strategy setup that I sent to you, I believe you got your TP. There were so many profit we collected last week. So this week, which is the week 19, we're going to look at a few pairs on the chart. So I want you to join me. Take your laptop, your desktop computer, ensure you open a chart on the side, because I want you to do the analysis with me and also mark out your chart for the week, because week 19, which is in the month of May, we're going to be experiencing a lot of momentum in the market. So there's a lot of information coming in, and the market is obviously building up in momentum. So all of those consolidation times are over, and now the market is about to trend. So I want you to join me on this journey. So let's go to the chart while I share my screen with you quickly, and then we'll be able to look at these opportunities in the market. So here is my chart, and I'm looking at GBpusd. These are the pairs we're looking at today: GBpusd, Eurusd, GER30, and SP500. Those are indices. We're going to combine those indices to them with the two major forex pairs that I like trading. So let's start with GBpusd. That's going to give us a stretch on what we're expecting. Now, this is the weekly time frame on GBpusd. We want to know the direction of the market at the moment. First of all, we have seen a certain level of consolidation around this level. As you can see, the market break above, break below. So we can see that there was a consolidation. So now what we can see again is that there is a structure here. When this low went down, we have this price pushing up and down, and we have this area here of price action. So first thing I can see that there is a resistance here at this level. Cool. We can see resistance here, and also we can also see another resistance level on the weekly level here. Okay, I hope that we're getting that. So this is very important. And now we can see the price also created a rejection here, which obviously if we extend this, we must well have that consolidation phase. You can get it. So now on the 15th, on the weekly time frame, this is what we're seeing. But there's something more, because if you look at the low side of this structure here that got broken, you will observe that this can be extended. That means that resistance and support level, obviously this becomes support and resistance at the same time. But let me show you what I mean. I want to extend this area all the way to this area. Okay, so because of the price action. All right, so you can see that we obviously see price broke down to this area on the weekly time frame, and it's about to retest. So all we can see that this is a structure that was broken. So on the 15 minutes time frame, on the weekly time frame, we can see there is a breakup structure here, and liquidity also was grabbed. So we have massive breakup structure at that level. So that means the market is heading towards the down direction. Now, again, remember, this is an area we need to focus on. So let's see that on the daily. On the daily, we can see the price obviously created. That same area is being formatted. We can see this area is a resistance. This is a resistance area as well. And if you look at the daily, we are seeing lower highs, lower lows. The market is creating lower highs, lower lows. As you can see, a structure was broken here, and then consolidation, and then smashed down to take out all of the structure, which is liquidity grab. And then we can see that this is obviously a retracement of that drop to continue to the downside. So now the first thing is to target area. Let's look at where the market will go in the long run. So firstly, we're going to go to the weekly and look at what the market did on the weekly. So we can see that there was a weak rejection here at this level. So we see this weak candle rejection at this price level, okay, which obviously lead to this area. So that means that on the weekly, we have this area, which is respected on the weekly, okay? So now we have that area. It's good for us to now know that we are targeting that area on the weekly. So we'll go down to the daily time frame and see that area as a major area of target. So now we can see what the market has done. First of all, we have this massive drop that the market created and a pullback. So now the next thing is to insert your strategy to know exactly what the market wants to do. Obviously, we can see that there's a little bit of consolidation. GU has been very funny around this area. You can see a little bit of consolidation there as well, which is okay. And we can also find that the price break above that area and also retested on that area. So what am I looking for? On the 4-hour time frame is where I will be building my strategy to get into the trade. The first thing is I want to see that market broke below this low. You see, before I will get into the trade, I need to see that the market break below this low. I need to see that the market break all the way down here and then another structure. So we need to see a break of structure to confirm the daily on the downtrend. So then we can continue to the downside. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that breakout structure where this low will be taken and then a retest on that level. And I'll be looking for more sell. Now, the weekly look bearish and also the daily looks bearish. You see, there's a strong breakup structure to the daily. So the daily is bearish, the weekly is bearish. But for you to have the 4-hour agree with the daily and weekly, you need a change of character on the 4-hour time frame. At the moment, the market on the 4-hour is still bearish, is still bullish. You can see that. We're just putting that trend line. The market is still bullish. So for that reason, we can already see that this is a strong resistance zone, which came from the higher time frame, which is the weekly, a strong resistance zone. Of course, there's a multiple action there that can be taken, but this is a sell area. This is a supply zone that the market may drop from there. As you can see, even the rejection of that bearish candle, you can see that is a sign that that is a strong zone. So what we need to see is a breakup structure. That means this liquidity here need to be taken. So I'll be waiting for 4-hour liquidity since market open today, and maybe on Monday or Tuesday, we should have a liquidity grab. We want to see that that liquidity is taken. The market liquidate that, which will give us a breakup structure even to this level. And then a pullback will be giving us opportunity to get into the trade. So I'm projecting that in my mind based on what the market will do, because at the moment, this push-up is already adjusted. So we'll be looking at probably that swing trade that will come all the way down and then a pullback into that 38 or something of that nature. Or we can begin to use our strategy to get into the trade, which obviously, depending on the market's reaction, depending on the market push, if the market decides to push lower than that, we might have this side to target this low as our TP. Which will be around this level price action. So we'll be looking at us selling if price give us this. But at the moment, we need to watch out for this. So we cannot buy until price come out of this resistance zone, remember, and then we'll be targeting this area for a continuation. But all the same, this is the area you should be looking at based on strategy. Now, if you want to see how we're going to catch this trade during the week, I would like you to join our group. The link is in the description, the daily trade analysis group, where you subscribe for monthly and you will receive our daily setups for trades, entry, exit, stop loss, and take profit will be given to you easily. You just know what to do, get into the trade and get out. So the link is in the description of this video. You will see it there. Just go there and join the daily trade analysis sections where you'll be paid just 30 quid per month and you'll be able to get all of this access of this trade. So this is what I'm expecting on GU. So I'm going to put this trend line, I'm going to set an alert on it, and that alert will be that price closed below it, and then I will begin to look at the opportunity to trade. Meanwhile, I'm taking this off, so we'll be looking at that opportunity to trade. So this is what I see on GU right now. So let's see Euro USD. Now, Euro USD, the trade just got activated. This is a swing trade strategy that I talked about last week. If you watch my video, my analysis, and we can see that the trade just got activated right there, and we are on this trade. Now, this trade at the moment may come all the way low to this level. Let me show you why that is. If you see, this is the weekly time frame, okay? This is the weekly time frame. Let me just hide the drawing for now so you can see. This is the weekly time frame. All right. Now you see what price has done. We expect price to drop even lower. So we can see already. Let me just use a drawing, and I'm not sure that if I put a drawing now, everything will come up. So that's fine. Let me just show you something here. You can see that this drop that happened took out this low. Okay, that's number one. And then we also have this high. Okay, you know what? Let me just remove the drawing so that you can be clear about it. So it's better to just start afresh. Now we have this structure here that broke low. That's the structure low break. Okay, that's a zone price on the weekly. Okay, it's a zone price on the weekly. And if you extend it to the left, you can see how it corresponded to price action. All right, price rejected, break above support resistance, turn into support resistance. You get it? So you can see that it's a very strong area in the market. Now, let me show you the next move that the market did. The market came all the way down and created this high. So we can see there's a high here and there's a high here, but this one is the most recent high that we can think of in the future, that the market eventually, if it break and close above this structure level, then we know we're going up. So at the moment, it is a retest. We can see a break and retest happening here until price close above this high. We will not be thinking to buy, rather we will be thinking to sell. So that's on the weekly. Now, on the daily, you can see what the market has done. The market obviously created a rejection there. We can see a strong rejection, which broke the high on the daily. We can see a structure high there on the daily, but this is the massive structure high that we should be looking at altogether anyway. But we can see that price already rejected at this level on the daily. You can see that rejection, because if you drag it to the left, it agreed with price action previously, where there was a break and retest and it's used for support and resistance, support and resistance. So we can see this area now, which is a very strong area. So now that agree with the weekly of this key area here as also a strong price broke below it, not using it as a resistance. So we can now remove that area, which is of the daily to agree, of the weekly, which agree with the daily. So now this is where we are. And this is the reason why we're trying to sell the market. Okay, price broke this low, and then there is a pullback into that area. And now what we see is that this is a strong daily move. Okay, and this is the area at which we're looking to trade. This area here as a swing structure. We're looking at swing structure, but we already gotten in on a lower time frame. So what we did was to target that this key area to get in. But if you haven't gotten in on this trade, this is where you would think of getting in on the 4 hour. So you want to wait for price to break below this key level, which is 61, and then you want to look for structure here around that level, probably a retest, and then a drop. So that's where you're targeting. So first, let's look at how we're getting our target of TP. Where is our TP coming from? We have to look at the weekly. Let's look at the weekly. Now we see the weekly here, price action here, and also what price did at this low. Okay, this was a previous low. Price created a low here. So in other words, this could be a potential future resistance area that we should be looking at on the weekly. It could be a potential future resistance. That's number one. Number two, we can see that price also have this area. Okay, this area here on the 15-minute, on the weekly time frame here is another strong area of potential resistance. So this one is stronger than the one we just marked, because if we take it to the left, you can see how strong that area is. Okay, that's a strong 15 minutes time, weekly strong support. Okay, let me change this to support. All right, there's a strong weekly support that you can see there, a very strong one. And also this one as well, there's a strong weekly support that you can see there. What is it? Great. So that's price action there. So now if we go to the daily, we see these areas as potential opportunities. But this is a swing, the drop that happened that took out structure here. If you can see many structures broken, this is a consolidation. So we still expect price to reject. Now we can see rejection here at this level. Price is rejecting at that key level. So it break and retest. So we are looking at price dropping even lower. So what I want to see is that price break below that area, and I'll be looking for short on the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, price is already coming down. So I can see the price is coming down. So we're anticipating that price will break this low and then pull back, and then we'll get in. So that's what we're anticipating on Euro USD. So break this low, we expect price to break that low and still close up, still be above. The closure should be above 38, not below. If it close below 38, then we might not have the opportunity to get in. That might be too fast and price will drop crazy. So we want to see that price close and take out this low, or probably trial in the first attempt by breaking towards the body, and then pull back, and then we'll get an entry. So again, this will be a beautiful continuation to short if you haven't joined the trade yet, and then you'll be targeting this low. Remember, you're targeting the support. There's a first one that you can take partial profit, but because of the liquidity in this area, I presume that they will seed this area and also come to the last support zone, which we found on the weekly time frame, which is very important to know. So you put your stop loss right a little bit above that 88 of it, and then you're looking at least 1 to 3, which is a beautiful trade to get for this week. So that's what I'm looking for. If you have not gotten into the trade, this is what you should be expecting on week 19 on Euro USD. Now let's look at GER30 quickly. I'm going to be quick on this one now. So let's look at GER30. And first of all, you want to see what the market is doing on the higher time frames to see the opportunity there. First of all, we can see the price already rejected at the low. Okay, we see price rejecting at the low. There's a rejection here, which is a strong support. Okay, not that strong, but this is weekly support. We can see that part bounce off, and then we also notice that this is the recent high that the market has created. Okay, this is a resistance level, so we're going to make that resistance level. So this is what we see on the weekly. Obviously the market is bullish if you look at it in that perspective, so we should expect price to push higher. So on the daily, there is a very strong key area here that is obviously causing you can see price broke this high. You see this high here, and this is the body that broke it. So we can look at this area as a resistance on the daily. Okay, that's a strong resistance on the daily. And this is a potential strong resistance, which is now agreeing with this daily as well. This is weekly support, and is agreeing with the daily strong support, which is great. So there's nothing wrong with that. Now, how do we look at this direction? We want to buy. So we want to buy this market, but this seems to be a strong area that the market is fighting over to break above. And that could be a liquidity pool or something. So what we want to do is to see the price pull back down and reject at this level before we buy. So let's look at the 4-hour time frame to see. This is GER30 for those of you trading GER30. So we can see that obviously on the 4-hour time frame, this happens to be a liquidity area, which is obviously you can see on the 4-hour, and is a strong support area on the 4-hour time frame. So we need to see how that one gets out of the way, and also agree with that. So this is a kind of a trap in a consolidation zone. So you want price, of course we're bullish. Remember, on the higher time frame, we're bullish on the weekly, we're bullish on the daily. Let me go back to daily again so you can see that we're bullish on the daily, because this is a swing high that happened and then this is a retracement and price rejecting, and now it's consolidating. So if you see, we have so many higher highs created and lower lows here. So price is still lower, higher lows. As you can see, there's a higher low and higher highs there. So price is already creating a bullish momentum on that. So we need the 4 hour to agree that it is bullish as well for us to take that push up. So for that reason, there are two things involved. We want price to break above this high, retest, and we buy. So possibly wait for price to break above this high and then pull back into that area, and then we buy and take our TP there. That's first thing. Second thing is price could drop lower, take our liquidity at this area, and then reject at this key level, and then we'll buy. So these are the two ways I'm looking at trading SP500, GER30. But at the moment, it's still in a very strong area of consolidation. So I will want you to mark your zone like this and then pay attention to the area as long as price is within this area. So you want to see that price break. So one of the things you do is to put a trend line between this price here and this price here, and then wait for a break. Expect the price to break above. So you can set an alert on that one. And also you can put a trend line between here, which is down on the downside, and then set an alert. Let me just do that now so you can see that. I want price to break below, and then it will trigger me, and I will come back to check the chart, because this is a long-term trade I'm looking at, not just a scalping strategy. This is more like a swing day trading strategy. So I'm looking at this whole thing, where the market will go. Give me all of that. So I will take that out, take this out of here, and take this out of here. So I already told you what I'm looking for, but I need this trapped price to come out of this zone where it's been trapped right now. So we are still bullish on GER30. We're looking for opportunity to buy, but at the moment, price is not ready to give us a setup that we need to get into the trade so we can catch a big move in the market. But if you want to scalp this become your opportunity to scalp. You can go to a lower time frame like 1 hour, and then first of all, you have to draw your resistance zone, which is here at the what do you call it, at the 4 hour time frame. Okay, for those of you scalping, you want to scalp this, you can do that, and then that becomes your resistance on the 4 hour, and then this becomes your support on the, which I agree with that, and then go to the 1 hour time frame and look out for opportunity to remember the market is bullish. So you want to buy the market, not really sell. So you will still need to wait for price to come all the way down here before you can look for opportunity to buy, irrespective of what you're doing. So again, we are still buying the market. So this is what I'm looking at on GER30. SP500. Let's look at SP500 quickly. Now, this this is now becoming one of my favorite pair, and is a bullish market, as you can see. So let me just remove the drawing so you can see what I've done so far with this, what we're going to look at. So we can see that there's a strong zone on the weekly here, very strong zone on the weekly, which is a support zone. Okay, it is a support, because you drag it to the left, you can see price reacted to that again the first time. So break above, retest, and bounces off. Now come back to retest it again, and now he's bouncing off. So we can see that this is a strong area of resistance that price has created on the weekly time frame. So we're looking at that resistance area that price has created, so on the weekly time frame. So at this level now, what we're looking at, price is bullish. We want price to continue bullish. So we want to look at what price did on the daily. On the daily right now, we can see that price already give us a support here, and also we can see another support here, and price is still rallying up. So there's no opportunity to trade this right now except price come reject at that level, which is already broke this high. You can see this was a minor resistant level at this on the daily, and price broke it. It just broke it. And so what you want to do, since price just broke that, and we also want to mark again this area of the support. Remember, want to mark that area the price used for the daily support. This is daily support, remember. So you need to know that that's the daily support. So you want to be able to see what price is doing in that area. So first of all, for this to trade, you need to go to the 4 hour time frame. And now we can see that price already broke and retest. So this will be a kind of opportunity for you to look for a buy setup, because we're bullish. So we're targeting this high. Remember, we're targeting this high, which comes from the weekly. So there's still a lot of move to the upside. So what we want to see is that is price going to give us a swing high, break this high first. So we'll look at the first structure broke. We want to see price take out that structure, and then we will look for a pullback. So we want to see that price take out that structure, all right, and come back into wherever it wants to, depending on the push, and then we'll continue to the upside. So that's the only way we can buy this market, because it's already broke and retest and it's heading up. So you want to look for a swing up, a little bit push up, and then you can do that maybe looking at the 1 hour time frame. Obviously, price has already gone up on the 1 hour time frame. So you want to see something like that, but you want to wait for price to pull back in there and then rally up. Something like that should happen, or something of this nature around this key area, which obviously you might look for strong area zone that price may pull back into on the lower time frame. But I will stick to the 4 hour to have structure properly clear to me. I won't be able to, you see, if you stretch this, you see how that beautiful structure here on the, this is the daily support, resistant level, which now becomes support, and you can see that. So that'll be a very strong area. So we want to see that price take out this high possibly, and then we'll be looking for more buys. So first of all, I will wait for this high to be broken on the 4 hour time frame. So I'm going to set an alert on that candle there. I want price to break above it, and when the price break above it, I'm going to come back to see what market is giving me on SP500. So we're going to be buying SP500. So we're looking at going to around this high level, so to take TP, so which is very easy. And then let's look at US30. US30 is also very nicely positioned so far. It's bullish market, and then we just continue to rally up, just pull back a little, and now we can see a strong rally to the upside. We can see a very strong resistant area here, which if you drag it to the left, I agree with that area as well, with price to consolidate a little bit. But we'll just stick to this one because we know that we're bullish. The market is rallying up, and this is also, we can see that this is the first high he has created already, which is call it the resistant zone on the weekly. Now, there's something here that you need to pay attention to, price action here that you need to pay attention to. Maybe the daily will explain that to us if we check the daily. But let's see. On the daily, we can see that this is a very strong area of resistance and support. So we can see that price took out the low. So this whole area is a very important area on the daily right here. This whole area. Okay. So that's a daily resistance for me. And for that reason, because we put it back, you can see crazy area, right? This is US30, okay? But US30 is bullish. So we can see that price already break this, come back here, retest, make this and bounce off of it, giving us a W pattern. So what we want to see, the price break this high, because if price reject there and come back low, and we see what I'm anticipating they might do is that price may come back here and reject, and then you can buy, and then they will be able to break that, because that will become a liquidity pool. But if price break above that high right now and reject, and then you buy, that's it, and they might be able to take up that high as well. But these are the two areas I'm looking at on the daily. Now on the 4 hour time frame, we have to claim that the market is bullish anyway, because it's a bullish market. So we can see that that's agree also with a strong resistant area on the 4 hour. So this is a strong resistant area on the 4 hours, you can see. So that price may get there and reject or break above it, whichever one we're still going to be looking for buy. So, but the thing is, price may pull back. There may be a pullback, maybe because of the swing. So if you put your FIB there, for instance, and you measure that high, you might see that price may pull back into 61 around this area, okay, and then probably give you opportunity to buy the market again. So this is what I'm looking at. We're bullish on US30 and we stay bullish. Okay, lastly today, I want to look at the NAS100. So this is NAS100. Let's go back to the weekly and see what the weekly look like on NAS100. And we can see that this is a strong support area, a resistant area that we already mark. Okay, that's a strong resistant area on the weekly. This one is the weekly one. Let me just delete that first one so you see. So this is the weekly strong area here. We can see this strong zone, okay, is a strong resistant area. At the moment, it's still resistance. So let me take that off. We can see the price broke this low, all right, and then drop. So this is obviously where price began to rally up as a support. So we know that as a support. So we have drawn our zone on support and resistance area in the higher time frame. As you can see, price agree with that. So now let's look at the daily and see what exactly the daily has to do for us. So we see that there was a break of structure here on the daily, and also that created a support. You see, price created a strong resistance zone at this level, okay, which is already agreeing with what we have on from the weekly, as you can see. So that's a resistance zone. If you drag it to the left, you can see multiple reactions at that level, so which is confirming it on a higher time frame. Now, remember, the market is bullish. So we can see a break of structure to the lower side. So it means that this market is already shifting to the bearish on the daily. But the weekly is still maintaining the bullish momentum. But this high needs to be broken for a continuation. So the only thing we'll do is to watch out at this low, this price low. We want to see the price come back down and reject again. And then we know that this liquidity will be taken out, and then we can buy. That's the first thing I'm looking at. Then on the daily as well, you can see that the market is already broken structure. We have multiple layers here at this low that price has taken out. So this is also liquidity grab and structure that has been broken several times. So we can see that. And also that means that there is a bearish momentum coming into the market. Even this low has been taken out as well. You can see, let's just put it here at this break, structure low break, okay, which is obvious. And that gives us a very strange way of looking at the market, that it could possibly sell any moment from now. So that push up that is doing could be opportunity for anyone, any of us, to look at NAS100 to sell at that point where price rejects at this level, and then we'll be looking at even more lower lows. Okay, so let's look at the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, we can be anticipating that the market will do this, reject at this level, except we break above there. We are not buying yet until price already rally up. Okay, it's already rallying up. So we need to see that price. This might be a pullback a little bit and then continue to the upside to take out liquidity. Then we can take that. Otherwise, we'll be looking for sell at this level if it fails to break this high, which is the daily structure high, this high here. Okay, but on the 4-hour, we're still looking bullish. We have higher highs, and then higher highs here. You see, market is still rallying up. So at the moment, I have to watch what the market would do at this key level on NAS100. We need to wait for a pullback, a retracement or something. But this is the zone I want you to mark and watch and see what price would do at that reject. If price reject here, then you should look for opportunity to sell. So guys, that is all for today. Now, and if you want to see how we're going to be taking these trades every week, daily, every week, every day, day trade or swing trade, listen, the link is in the description below. It's called the daily trade analysis that we give out every day. You want to join that daily trade setup for you, and the link is in the description of this video. Probably I will just open the chat for you, open the link for you so you can see it, and it's very easy to locate. And I will just put it right there on the chat on the web browser, and that is the link right there. So you come to daily trade analysis and setup, sign up for it, and it will take you to our Telegram group where you join the group, and then we'll be sending you the trade analysis. And guess what? There's some bonus you get from this, because every week I meet with my mentees twice a week. So you'll be able to join them every week while we look at trades, talk about trading, talk about mentorship, talk about things that they're going through, psychology and all of that. So why wait? This is the only best offer that you can take right now. You will learn a lot just by joining us in our community of traders. All right, guys, I'll see you in the trading lab next week, which is tomorrow. And hopefully we're going to smash the market this week. So until then, have a beautiful trading week 19. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now, guys.